My question is, where's the fucking Calvary? Where's fucking Eddie Vedder? Where's Neil Young? Where's fucking all these guys?
Where's all these activists? You know what I'm saying?
Where are they?
Okay, here we go. Freestyle Friday number 9. Now, before you jump the gun on anything, this is supposed to be like a house party type song like 2004, so sing along when you can. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get.
Y'all ready? We got a jam-packed show for you tonight.
Just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C. This is Shot from the Point. My point man, Jeff the Huffman, otherwise known as Pootie Pie N-word. All right, what do we got for you today? Something a little different, something that caught my eye, all right? And I just, oh, fuck, I just hit the wrong thing. I want to be abundantly clear that I am not pandering to Juggalos. I'm not pandering to ICP. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even really a fan of their music. Never been much of a fan. I am a fan of Jay and Silent. Wrestling and comedy stuff and interviews. I don't miss too many ICP stuff on YouTube. But I'm definitely not pandering because I do think this is a serious issue. And it strikes at stuff that is very important to me, like the First Amendment. You've heard me talk about things like Antifa before. You've heard me talk about, SJWs. This, in a lot of ways, is 10 times worse and much more dangerous. ICP has been named a loosely organized, I don't know if that's the exact language, gang by the FBI. I mean, that puts them in the ballpark with La Cosa Nostra. It's just fucking comical. The Aryan Nation, Mexican Mafia, Latin Kings. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. And it's Jay and Shaggy Too Dope and Violent J. I think I got that right. Totally not. I went to the interviews. I'm like, look, the thing is, I'm not a huge Juggalo fan.
Neither am I.
No, and it just the music does. Well, I did like the Oddity song.
Not my cup of tea, but
yeah, I was around during the. I think if you were around, you probably would have liked them a little more if you're around a little more. So if you remember the Attitude Era, you got to go back.
Maybe.
And yeah.
Maybe.
So really so what happened was, and it was really kind of funny. Here comes the first donation, Philly Cheese Star, $1. Thank you very much. What happened was they got put on this list that they were a gang, and their first reaction was like, "Fucking badass, dude!" But it's not as good as you might think.
Not great,
it makes it more difficult for the band to it makes it much more difficult for the band to book their yearly meeting of the Juggalos. It gets, if you are a gang and you wear gang, if you show any kind of gang sign on your car or stuff like that, it's a whole different ball of wax when it comes to police interaction with you. They're basically allowed to stop you, check your shit right there and then. There's nothing they can really do about it. They can essentially profile you for having the stupid Hatchet Man logo on your car. There's a situation I found here in 2012. Sean Wolf of Arizona, he's fighting for the custody of his kids based on the Juggalo thing. I'm sure it's not going to look good if an FBI report, which happened in 2011, says that he's affiliated with a gang. All right? Also, something I remembered. If you were on that list, Mabron, $8, first time in I'm home for your stream in weeks. Staff, welcome back, Mabron.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mabron.
Welcome back, sir.
Get in touch with him? That's another story altogether. I have to talk to Mabron about that. Here's something I thought of. If you're affiliated with a gang, okay, can't join the military. Now, there's plenty of Bloods and Crips in the military. I met some of them. But somebody who's a Juggalo might not think they're on the FBI's gang list and stupidly have a tattoo. You get in the military that tattoo, as long as it's above your shoulder and above. What if you have a hatchet, man? You can't serve. And believe me, they're in the books. They're checking your body for stuff like that. And you wouldn't know any better. A Blood or a Crip, somebody in Latin Kings that wants to join the military, they know to cover that shit up going in. Somebody who's a music fan. And I want you to picture this, especially heavy metal fans. If you're an Iron Maiden fan, you're all familiar with their iconic character, Eddie. Can you imagine getting pulled over because you got an Iron Maiden sticker or some artistic, well, all those fucking dorky metalheads back in Jersey used to have these, they had their vans and there'd be a big Iron Maiden, Eddie. I mean, this is fucking outrageous. On the 17th in Washington, D.C., there will be a march of the Juggalos on Washington, D.C. Wow, they keep coming in. Anyway, Windex Gang. Now, to be a little bit fair about this towards the FBI, and I was aware of this, there are Juggalo gangs, criminal organizations, right? They're very loose. They're very loose. But for some reason, and I would have no problem with those particular individual gangs that are really mostly gangs that come out of trailer parks where you have poverty, you have organized crime, and they run the banner of the Juggalo or the Hatchet Man. It has nothing to do with Psychopathic Records. It's got nothing to do with those two. There is no encouragement. Insane Clown Posse is a horrorcore rap group. That's it. And we would be righteously outraged if black kids were profiled because they had an end, although nobody does this. I mean, black kids don't do this. If they listen to Jay-Z and Jay-Z was designated a band or NWA or anything else, we would be absolutely outraged. But there's a real difference between ICP and your average rap groups. They bring in a different audience. And it's mostly, I don't want to hear any bullshit. It's mostly lower class whites. Now, what do you mean? My friend, he loves them. Yeah, I know. It's a generalization.
The majority.
Most of the cats come, I mean, that one of the reasons ICP connects so much with people is because they come from the trailer park. They're regular people. They're regular folks. And, you know, and they don't have any respect in the hip-hop community. They have a long-standing feud with Eminem, which I think they finally wrapped up. But these are regular, poor, white folks, and they have no card to pull. Again, they're not all white, and you don't have to be white to be a Juggalo, but this is where they come from. They come from the poverty, the fucking meth, the trailer park, and you know what? God forbid you just want to get away from that and have a good time. And have a good thing. I mean, how like and the cops can pull you over for this guy's stupid hat? This is outrageous. And the fact that the band can't get a gig is cutting to their business. One of the reasons I was so attracted to this story, and while not being a huge fan of the Insane Clown Posse outside of, you know, wrestling and YouTube interviews, is because they kind of remind me of my situation, right? ICP got hot in the 90s. They were going platinum without friggin' radio play. They had their due. And then after it kind of tapered off like any entertainment thing. But the one thing that they were able to attract is a cult following of fans that stuck with it no matter what, when it wasn't as cool or wasn't as mainstream as it had been before, when the records were gold and not platinum. To me, that's you guys post-baited. That's why this story is very important to me. You wanted me to be passionate about something? Well, this is it.
There you go.
This is important. That's another problem. There is a slippery slope here. You could start putting organizations in this category. If you could put a fandom. What's to stop you from putting a New York Rangers logo? Somebody's got a bug up their ass about hockey. There's some wacko in Finland right now trying to ban hits. Some preacher. Don't think it can't happen, because I bet you guys in 2009 didn't think anything like the SJW thing could happen, or YouTube being the way it is now. I bet that would have been a ridiculous argument. So this shit is important. And the Juggalos themselves, look, they're dumped on by the mainstream. It's a long-standing joke. They're a punching bag. Even in our community, they're a punching bag. They're lowlifes. They're losers. They're white trash. Even in our community, that's the way they're represented, right? And like any stereotype, there's probably some truth to it. But not to the point where you can be pulled over, lose custody your kid, not be able to serve. This is another incredible story. Here, this woman, she lost her job. You pop up on that list, you're gang affiliated. They're going to get rid of your job post haste. Let me read you this incredible news story.
When did this happen?
This is relatively recent. 4 years ago, 4 years into her career,
wow.
Virginia probation officer Jessica Bomanetti was summoned to her chief's office and fired for social media postings that portrayed a security threat group in a positive light. The 34-year-old was dumbfounded. The threat group turned out to be Juggalos, the name for fans on her favorite band, the hardcore hip-hop band. This is having real-world consequences. And before you guys go, oh, fuck, I hear a lot of fucking people like, oh, fuck the Juggalos. That's what she looks like. She's a professional and likes hardcore rap. I know that doesn't exactly fit the stereotype, so to speak. She doesn't strike me as an idiot. And even if she was an idiot, well, would it matter? Wouldn't matter at all. This is fucking wrong. Anybody in the Washington, D.C. area, I suggest, and I would if I could, I live in Germany, I suggest you go there. I suggest you stand with those people if you're a fuckhead, because that's what I see right here. I have a cult following, non-mainstream in YouTube sense, and I'm fucking hated. This whole crew's hated. We've been lied about. We've been treated like shit. Look, the narrative is out there. What Shot from the Point is about and what I'm about. And I know you guys take shit for even fucking saying you like me if you say it at all. Oh, isn't that the guy that begged for money? Isn't that the guy that feed my family? I wish that guy would die in the army. That's the way I see this shit. That's the way. And it really, really has to be taken care of. I stand in solidarity with the Juggalos because I get it. I get what's going on. And again, I'm not a huge fan. I didn't even know about the Fago gimmick they had until I watched the Reason video, which, by the way, is in the description box below. Look, when these guys, they set up a concert or something like that, they get a lot of red tape and delayed. It's a lot of the stuff you're seeing with, I don't know, Molly Yiannopoulos and Ben Shapiro over at Berkeley. If they can pull this off, and you can say, all right, fuck those white trash Juggalos, they could pull it off with your politics. And that's why it's so goddamn important. I'm going to keep on this story, and I'm going to pay attention to the march. And, I'm sure, to me, somebody like, Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J, the fact that they were able to build an empire, a mini empire outside the mainstream without radio play, with hate from the hip-hop community, with people, and they just keep it rolling, man. Lots of hip-hop groups have come and gone, and they ain't playing shows anymore. 25 years straight. Say what you want about, yeah, I heard the magnet jokes. I laughed. The fuck's a magnet? How do they work? Yeah, I get it. But it's bigger than that. And by the way, I'm not going to say those guys aren't talented either. If I was half as funny as those two fuckers, I'd be millionaire. Go watch some of their wrestling interviews. Go watch that show they had. I think it was on Canadian television where they go over movies, and Greg Valentine's there. That's funny. I forget the name of that show.
Nice.
I used to watch it on here. Somebody was uploaded. I used to watch it. It was funny shit. Those guys are funny, funny dudes. And it's a brotherhood that has lasted almost 3 decades. They're around my age. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And a lot of folks out there are, like I said, you're quick to see Juggalos like this. Well, some of them fit this. If it doesn't matter, first of all, not all of them do. And if they did, it wouldn't matter. This is important shit. Yes, there are black Juggalos. So come to think of it, if you are a black Juggalo, you better put down that Hatchet Man fucking t-shirt. You got doubly fucked. But there are, and in fairness to the FBI, there are Juggalo gangs. But the fact that there's no hierarchy, the fact that, as far as I know, Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J have never been involved in organized crime. I know they've been arrested a few times, but so have I. You know,
right. They're not telling people to go beat up Metallica fans or something.
There's another thing to think about. If they're designated a gang, guess who fucking finds out about that and gets itchy? Other real street gangs. So the FBI is putting all these fucking trailer park people in a lot of danger. Not to mention this is beyond censorship. This is seriously dangerous. Livelihoods, lives, custody, military, and maybe your life. Can you imagine that? I had a Metallica sticker on my fucking car. Or a Limp Bizkit or some shit like that. I don't remember. I'll probably be embarrassed to tell anybody.
How do you go from Metallica to Limp Bizkit?
Ooh. So, check the Reason video below. How do you go to Metallica? Well, it was a natural progression. Grow up in the 80s and go to high school in the 90s.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, got into metal in 86. Like heavy metal. They're already around like 5 years at that point. And then, music changes, I don't know how anybody listens to Metallica now. Rather listen to Insane Clown Posse.
I only have one song from them on my iPod, so.
There's only one song from them post-Black album that I think is any good. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But this is not like just some label like the fucking Juggalos or shit. This is the FBI. And this is ridiculous.
If they're gonna label these people as a gang, what's to stop them from naming? I'm a big Skillet fan, and they call their fans panheads because people would show up to the concerts with actual skillets, like the kind in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. What's to stop them from grouping those people into a gang?
But I could even think even worse than that. It's a joke that they're on the list in the first place. If this is allowed to stand, they could do it to people that have nothing to do with gangs, nothing to do with music. Really dangerous shit, like anything. Hey, you did it to a band. Why can't you do it to these guys? They're assholes too. And God forbid the court starts looking at it that way. I honestly don't think that the fuckheads are going to end up on a list, but I don't like where this is going. And it's bullshit. And it's been going on since 2011. I do understand, again, that there is gang activity related to people that call themselves Juggalos, but it's not necessarily people going to it's not coming from up top. And I don't even know that these gangs have contact with each other. They're just a bunch of kids in a trailer park started a street gang, and they call themselves Juggalos. It's not exactly. It's not even as big as the Crips or the Bloods or any other kind of street gang or Gangster Disciples in Chicago over there. Shout out to Real Talk. But that's where it's really concerning. And if you guys see stuff to sign, stuff to get on as far as this, and I'm going to keep chugging, I definitely want to follow this up. And it's a good point by Shaggy 2 Dope. Where's fucking Johnny Depp and all those fuckers that jump on every goddamn stupid issue?
And it comes back to them being lowlifes.
I'm going to say something controversial right now. It's because they're mostly white. And there's no card. People see white trash, you're like, man, fuck them. You're white, you shouldn't be poor. Fuck you. Well, we all know there's a lot of reasons for being poor. And it doesn't always have anything to do with skin color. And it's race, it's class. And you know what? Most of the poor people in the United States are white. Go to fucking West Virginia. So, in an age where we dump on people and tell people to shut up based on their skin color, perceived hit or perceived status in society, and in some cases on ancient history, I think somebody should stand up for the Juggalos. And I'm just the guy to do it. What are you typing? I hate when you do that.
Oh, we're talking about music in the chat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, this shit would be... This happened to some kids listening to NWA. This would be done and over with already. This would be finished, done. But you can dump on you can dump on people like this and get away with it because they got no victim card to play. They're just poor. They're just poor fucking white people working in Quick Check, and then probably 3 other goddamn places too. You know, and if this is what they get, it gets them through the day. They got to save up for their concert. Well, so fucking be it. Because you know. I don't know, partying, getting fucked up, having a good time. I'm all about that, and I don't want to see that end in America anytime soon. But that's all I got to say about that. Did you see? I know you didn't see this. It was fucking funny. You like Hillary Clinton? Do you think she should have won the presidency?
No.
No.
No, that's a big reason why Trump won, because she's the most unelectable candidate ever.
Yeah, I know. You got to see this.
And it's funny.
It seems like you've been doing a lot of yoga.
Yes, I have. And alternate nostril breathing.
Well, I wanted
alternate nostril breathing.
Page 27 in your book, you talk about alternate nostril breathing.
Yes.
What is
alternate?
Yeah. Look at Anderson Cooper over here. Like, what the fuck? Alternate nostril breathing.
Is that?
What
and
that's so amazing. He had to take off his fucking glasses that he probably doesn't need anyway.
Are you giving a demonstration
Well,
of that?
I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you're supposed to shut your eyes. I don't want to shut my eyes on you know.
Why? You might look stupid and get memes.
Why?
It's too late.
You already look stupid.
Who cares?
You're already in a hole you can't dig out of.
Yeah, I know. It's too late. Close your eyes. I'd be giving double middle fingers if I were you. I'd show up with a Hatchet Man shirt if I were you, Hillary Clinton. Melissa! Oh, shit. We got a donation, and let's get it up there. Silent Slayer, fuck Juggalos. They're all white trash asslows. Well, thanks for the money. I'm going to donate it to whatever Juggalo thing is going on. I'll donate now that you did that. And I'll donate your money. I'll make sure all 60 cents of it goes to the Juggalos. Motherfucker. All right.
They might be able to buy some more face paint with that.
Yeah. Back to a real threat.
But, you know, you do hold, and you breathe through one, and you hold it, and then you exhale through the other, and you keep going. That'd
be a big snot rocket for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, typically I do that, you know, when one nostril is blocked. I mean.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, like, you know.
I can only say, based on my personal experience, that if you're sitting cross-legged on the yoga mat, and you're doing it, and you're really trying to inhale and hold it, and then have a long exhale, it is very relaxing. So.
No, wow. No wonder she didn't get elected.
Let's not talk about the
She's so relatable with her yoga mat.
Oh, gotta love CNN. Yeah, let's not talk about the earthquake that just raped Mexico. Let's talk about fucking breathing through our nose.
Breathing through our nose and yoga mats. No wonder you get elected. Nobody does that.
I mean, Cuba's a fucking Mario track now. Yeah. It's a Mario Kart track.
Maybe you should have went to Ohio, which state you lost, or Wisconsin, which is state you lost, or Michigan, which is usually a Democratic stroll home. Showed everybody how to breathe through their nose. No, you treated them like Juggalos.
I don't know if you can do it in the middle of hurricane coverage, but maybe some other moment.
Well, you're doing it now.
I found it quite helpful.
You're doing it now.
She is something else, man. She's fucking funny. You know what? She comes out with this book. And basically it reads like Mein Kampf. It's a bunch of self-pity, you know, self-righteous bullshit. Everybody's mean to me. Bernie Sanders is mean to me. Everybody's mean. I should have been elected. Wah. No responsibility whatsoever. But there's another book that came out. I'm going to look this up.
Okay.
Book, yeah, this is a really good book on, and I read a passage on 2016 election. What was the name of that one? That was a really big one.
You got me.
The plot to hack America. Well, yeah, right. Yeah, no, the one that I read.
I'm not a book reader.
The one that I read isn't up there. I wonder why. Oh, that's so funny. The biggest seller isn't on fucking Google. Go figure. Oh, what the hell was that book called? I read a passage, like a long fucking passage.
Anybody in the chat have it?
Yeah.
No.
Something about a doomed.
Mind Coke.
Line code. Brutalizes Clinton campaign. Oh, okay. Shattered. Inside Hillary Clinton's Club, which I bet is the best-selling book, and it wasn't even on the fucking list on Google. That's funny. What Shattered basically says is this. One of her campaign managers went to her and they said, look, you got to, lay out a plan, like what you're voting, like what people are voting for. Trump's getting out there. He's talking to people. He's telling them build a wall. He's telling them, what do you got? What do we got? We got to come up with something. And her, supposedly, according to this book, share Hillary for Prison 2017. I don't know. I think she just wanted to go away at this point. She fucking goes to prison. We have to go through that whole rigmarole.
Yeah.
It's bad enough. Take the heat off of Trump, though, maybe. I don't know. Actually, it wouldn't. No.
I don't know. It would make that pipe bomb he dropped come true. Yeah. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be great. That was great. If I were president,
because you'd be in jail.
Be in jail.
It was so good.
It was great.
Oh, I loved it.
Remember the campaign was so fun, and now that its presidency is not so fun.
Yeah. Oh, because they don't let him do his job?
No. Yeah. Well, I don't like to say that because it's the same thing they bitched about with Obama, but.
They bitch about everybody.
He made a lot of his own mistakes, but we won't get into that. So basically, they told her, you got to come up with something. And according to this book, Shattered, and I'm doing a lot of paraphrasing here, it's like, they're voting for me. Yeah, but we need them. No, they're voting for me. Nobody could get through to this bitch. She's like Bob Dole. It's like, in my turn.
I believe it.
Yeah, what a shock.
I believe that.
In the first campaign with Obama, when she ran against Obama in the primaries, she spent all her goddamn money. That was the problem. Vote for me.
I'd gladly put 100 on that, saying that's true.
I'm Hillary.
100 on that.
With her fucking logo, just had a big weird looking H. Looked like it was an old Kmart fucking logo.
Yeah, they're voting for you. You have a lot going for you. You're awful at your job, and no female has ever been elected president.
Yeah, and you went against the guy that a fucking communist like Bernie Sanders could have probably beat. Bernie Sanders would have been president if you ran. I guarantee it.
Probably.
Guarantee you he'd have won. I didn't believe that before because I didn't want to believe it. Thank you for the Doge McBron. Remember Hillary Clinton? I sure as hell don't.
It didn't help Bernie Sanders that he's 107.
God, that's the thing. She doesn't drive. She's completely unrelatable at all, and nobody can get through to her. No, it's Bernie Sanders' fault. No, Bernie Sanders was afraid you were going to lose, you big dummy. Oh, I can't lose. I'm Hillary Clinton. Well, you did.
Yep, yeah. Nah. Take the L.
Yes. Big L. That's the thing. You're a big loser and a big crybaby. And that book reads like, all it is self-pity and poor me. No one gives a fuck. It's like, to me, the system kind of worked. Like at least you have to pretend not to think about yourself all day. I'm sure Trump does too. But I mean, at least he hides it a little better. I'm sure Trump thinks about himself all fucking day. But she thinks about herself. It's being like she doesn't just think about herself. She thinks you're thinking about her all day. Unbelievable.
No.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
So wait. What'd she say? You have to sit in a cross-legged position.
Cross-legged position.
All right, I don't know if I can do this in my chair. I might have to. Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
So let's try to do it the right way. See if it works.
Okay. So wait. You block one and you blow, and then you do it to the other side, right?
Here we go. Ready? And then then you exhale and then you inhale. Fuck it. I'm not putting my leg up there. It's too fat.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna just do it straight now. I'm gonna do it right. Ready?
Yep.
And then you close the other one and inhale. Now do it again.
Mm.
She's kind of right. Maybe she should have been president. I do feel better.
No, I don't feel it.
You don't feel a thing?
I don't feel it.
I do. I feel a little better. I feel like I need a shower, though.
Probably doing it wrong.
From listening to her. I don't know. I don't get it. But who could relate to that? It looks fucking weird. Who wants to vote for that? Nobody.
No, I don't feel it. No.
Nobody. All right, I want to go to this. This is fucking some funny shit. You want to hear Ted Cruz try to talk his way out of the porn thing?
Oh, yes.
I have it.
Oh, yes, please.
It's fucking funny. It's everything you'd want and more. Although I I actually tried to kind of insist, but of course he blamed his staffer. But I almost bought it.
At Ted Cruz, your Twitter handle, liked a post that was clearly porn. What happened?
Oh, look, it was, we had a staffer who accidentally hit the wrong button. And
I don't believe that.
And it was a screw up. I will say Twitter went crazy with it. It became trending. As soon as we found out about it, we pulled it down. And it's generated a lot of amusement. It has prompted a lot of jokes. I understand that. I saw one person joking online that if only this had happened during the presidential.
What's this? Bernie is gay. Bernie would have made a U.S. Bernie. He would have. You're right. If he wanted to. He nearly all the USA's money. Well, here's the thing. Here's about Bernie, all right? He's Santa Claus. And unfortunately, I think the American people believe in Santa Claus. The Europeans do. That's for goddamn sure. And he wasn't as it's like the least detestable guy got elected. And actually, Trump's more detestable, less detestable than Hillary, if you can believe that.
And
but,
right now, I'd
Bernie wasn't really detestable at all. He's like, look, I'm a socialist. I think this would be better for the country. I'm a patriot. I want to do what's best for the country. That's basically what he's going to say, and I think he would have won.
When has socialism worked, though?
No, it doesn't work, but that doesn't seem to get to their thick fucking heads. Right. No, like it doesn't matter how many people have to die over it, how much oppression comes along with it. It's just like fucking fat. You know what the thing is? Fascism on the surface sounds ugly. Socialism on the surface and communism and Lenin's all the left-wing ideologies.
I think you even said, like, on this show that socialism is an ass hair away from communism.
First of all, where we get socialism from Fisher and Marx, all right? They wrote the Communist Manifesto right here in Trier, Germany, all right? So all those ideas on the left come from this particular document, which was published shortly after Marx died. So to sit there and say there's no connection whatsoever is absolutely ridiculous. But I wouldn't go as far to say that every liberal's a fucking commie. But what happens is, I see liberals, and this is going to piss fucking Running Riot off, as commie larvae. That's what they are. They eventually sprout and become the fucking moths that they are and flies. First it's liberals, then that goes to socialism. And then what happens is when socialism economically doesn't work, they have to put all these laws in effect to keep it together. That's when things really go wrong. That's when people go broke. That's when Venezuela happens. And then people start getting out of line and start getting out of control. And then they got to put their the hammer down just to maintain order. Now you live in a communist country. Congratulations. Back to Ted Cruz.
And it's generated a lot of amusement. It has
fucking for me it did. I laughed my monkey ass off.
I love hearing the prudeness in his voice. I love it.
He does sound like it. He always did sound. I think it's one of the reasons he beat Trump.
Prompted a lot of jokes. I understand that. I saw one person joking online that if only this had happened during the presidential, Cruz might be in the White House right now.
That's pretty good. That was actually pretty good.
Have you identified the staffer? You know who it is?
We have looked into it. Yes, we have identified it. We pulled it down. It was an honest mistake. It was not. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't deliberate. It was a screw up.
Is the staffer being punished?
We have talked with the staffer. It's not going to happen again.
Don't be liking porn on my fucking account, you motherfucker. I'm afraid that I'm afraid this is girl. She posts booby pics all the time in my timeline. She was actually on the show once. It's Nina. She's the one that did it in the Shaytard.
You're afraid you're going to hit retweet on one of them.
It's not even that. I don't even care if people think I'm losing. I always look at her tits, to be honest with you. But, I don't want, I guess I don't want, my wife could kiss. I'm afraid it's going to be taken.
Any way you look at it, nothing good is going to
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to like one of her fucking porn things. It was her birthday the other day. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to like one of her titty things.
Oh, shit.
So that, if I ever want to do something like this again, I'm like, everybody knows I'm a scumbag, and I like looking at Nina's titties. Here, let me look at her. We just had a DM conversation.
Well, what did Zoe Berger block you or something? Oh, wait, no, she saves those for Snapchat.
I'm not liking the one where she's waving her puss. No, I'm not doing that. Boobies. All right, I'm going to like the one with the two booby girls. All right, I did it. It's liked. Go check it out. So, you know what? I like looking at boobies, and I'm okay with it. I'm a grown-ass man. I can look at porn if I want to. I'm not liking the one with the pussy in the air, though. Fuck that. So if I ever decide to run for office, do you ever like porn? Yes. Yes, I did.
It was a screw up.
Can you tell me the staffer's name?
I'm not going to out the fella. I mean, we're.
Can you tell me the staffer's name?
We have dealt with it internally, but I'm not going to throw someone under the bus.
Can you definitively say that it wasn't you?
It was not me, and it's not going to happen again. This was a screw up.
This was a screw up.
Nothing to see.
Were they following the account? You know what it might have been? He might have been in charge of Ted Cruz's account, and then he might have thought he was on his own. You know,
there's a lot of people that probably have access to the account.
I heard the porn is you figure with a Twitter account, man. You have to have top guys on it. You know,
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen again. Hold on.
You?
It was not me, and it's not going to happen again. This was a screw up.
It's not gonna happen again. That's what you weren't supposed to say. That you're supposed to say he said it was not gonna happen again. It's fucking funny. I'm sorry, Ted.
That's great.
Did you hear about H3H3?
What did he do?
Well, he did a podcast about pootie pie, N-word, right?
Okay.
And he criticized Pootie Pie, not unlike we did. Now,
right.
I couldn't iron that. There was no major voices bashing H3H3. It had a little. The podcast had a little more dislikes than unusual, but I did watch it, which I rarely watch. This is the first time I've ever watched the H3 podcast that didn't have Jake Paul in it, because that was live and I wanted to see what was going on there. But he basically said when he saw it, he's just like disappointed, like, man, fuck. You know, like, goddamn, because he knows it was going to affect us all. And he's taking a bunch of shit for it. And here's the thing, kiddos, that you still live with your parents, and you find it absolutely disgusting that people would want to do YouTube for a living, and maybe have invested and count on it, paying their bills with it. What Pootie Pie did, and we stuck up for him the first time, it's fucked up, and it's going to affect a lot more people than him. Now, his apology was perfect, if you ask me. Perfect.
Short, sweet.
He didn't gravel either. He just said he got on the dark side of gaming. Everybody knows that shit is going on in gaming all the time. He got sucked into it. There's no doubt about it. Nobody's saying he's a big. Nobody's really saying Pootie's a bigot.
I think that's pretty much what it was.
But they're like this idea. Well, it's just a word. It's just a word. You know what? You guys are right. But that's not the world you live in.
That's not the point.
The world you live in is your parents' basement and your college and your food and everything else is paid for. You know, I hate to criticize Colossal is crazy. And he lost his Twitter account. I'll get into that in a minute, right?
I saw that.
But I got to be honest, this is legit criticism. He posted the only reason people are mad at Pootie Pie right now is for monetary reasons. That's a fucking good reason. That's a really good reason to be pissed off. Especially after the entire community went to bat for him. And then he did the one thing that could make us all look like, oh, they're just a bunch of scumbags that say the N-word all the time. No, I'm not. Look, if they would have done it to Pootie, they would have done it to somebody else. They would have fucked them up. There's no doubt about it. So it's like at the fucking end of the world. But the idea that H3 can't criticize him is ridiculous. It's just a word. It's a word that could cost you your fucking livelihood. And it's stupid. I agree with you. I can't believe in 2017 that there's a word that we treat like Voldemort in Hogwarts. Our society is essentially Hogwarts. Can't say a certain word. It's fucking insanity. It's superstitious. Well, you don't understand that word like I, cause I... Fuck that shit. It's a word. If you got over it, you'd be fine. But here's the thing, kids. Why are you giving that word so much power? Guess what? Context does mean something. And if you're going to show me the fucking video of H3 saying it, save it, stick it straight up your fucking ass. If you're going to sit there and piss and moan about context, like you did last time, the context that H3 was saying it was in the context of fucking having iDubbbz on and mentioning it. Pootie Pie's in trouble, and a lot of people are abandoning him that stuck up from the last time because he said it in anger. I don't give a fuck that he said it. I don't care whose feelings it hurt. But at the end of the day, as he says, someone in his position's got to know better. Tommy, you said it yesterday. Yes, I did. You said it on that stream when you were making fun of Chad. Yes, I did. But if you really, if in April or March you were screaming context matters, well, the context matters the other way too. And he said a disgusting fucking racial slur, the worst one you could say that our society, at least in North America, says, on a live stream with 30,000 people watching, and him being the unelected, I'll admit, face of YouTube, whether he likes it or not. And if people are pissed off because the last couple months when we stuck up for him and nobody fucking turned their and anybody that actually got out of line like Jacksepticeye got smacked and had to apologize, well, I'd be a little pissed too. I understand that. I get it. And here's another thing, dude. Not everybody has a fucking fan base like I do. Big YouTubers are having a harder time than me making ends meet. Big ones. Well, they shouldn't have counted on YouTube. Motherfucker, do you want regular content or not? Somebody has to be a pro at this. Otherwise, you get fucking uploads once every 6 months. Like, I don't know, Colossal is crazy. He's not a pro. I think he's going pro, but he's not a pro. He doesn't make his living from it. And it's easy for people that don't make their living from YouTube, right? Because, for me, it doesn't make sense to go get a regular job because I'm making less money. You get to that point where you're making more money, you'd be idiotic not to quit your job. And then the whole thing goes south up in March over some bullshit, and then you stick up for this guy, and then a couple months later, he screams the N-word on the stream. You got everything right to be pissed off. Nobody's saying Pootie's a racist. They're saying he's stupid. But society's stupid. Get used to it, kid. It's going to be stupid when you get out of your fucking room that your parents paid for. It's bad business. And business matters. Money matters. After people stop paying for your shit, kids. I noticed none of the big YouTubers said this. It's mostly kids. And I get that if you're 15 and they're like, Mommy, I want a Nintendo Switch. And magically under the Christmas tree, it just appears where you could come to that fucking conclusion. It's always amazing to me. It's always amazing to me the ethics that 15-year-old boys have that don't have children and have to pay for shit. And then they bitch about Colossal's crazy, never put out a fucking video. You can't have it both ways. Fuck faces.
We have shit to do.
You don't even have the right to be called a fuckhead. You're fuck faces. I gotta come up with a better one than that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too crazy about that one.
The N-word is free, but he gets what? He gets a free pass because he likes titties. Yes, actually, it is true. If you're a big scumbag, and that's all I'm saying. So if you want to fucking dump on H3, yes, he said the N-word before. Remember, the fucking context matters, stupid. Nobody cares. You don't think Real Talk's fucking his life's gonna change? He doesn't believe that if PewDiePie says the N-word, the whole world's gonna fall apart. He thinks the word has too much strength, but it's just a reality. And the reality is that he can say it, we can't. It's just a fucking reality. And I don't know if this is a hill to die on for PewDiePie. Let's win the SJW war on the college campuses first before we start sticking up for a guy that screams the N-word on top of his lungs. Like an idiot. Which, by the way, Felix took total responsibility for it. It was the best apology I'd seen in my life.
Went on, say fucked up, got out.
Fucked up? A guy in my position, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Sorry if I hurt things. I'm not a racist. You guys all know that. But I got sucked into gaming culture, and I believe that. I think he says that word quite often. And he said there's no excuse for it. But this is why. He essentially said, yeah, I use that. He's basically walked up to the door. He's like, yeah, I use this word. And by the way, we all say shit privately that we wouldn't fucking say in public.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot he was. I almost picked my fucking booger right in the stream the other day. Picked a big old bloody booger right straight out of my nose. I had to fucking run to the bathroom.
Yeah, if you ever stub your little toe on the corner of the wall, you never know what can come out of your mouth.
So give a break to the people, in my opinion, that are criticizing him. Because I notice the people that are sticking up for him are always the ones taking criticism is important. Yeah, I know. What?
Okay.
Let him take criticism. It's crazy. Perfect apology. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Never.
I liked it. Loved it. Loved it.
The trans caller we got yesterday.
Yes.
I got some bad news there.
Oh boy.
All right. He took my advice, and it turned out that this dude changed himself for him. For him. Can you imagine?
Oh my.
I know a lot of you fuckers are probably laughing, you fuckheads, but I mean, I don't know, man. I was. Holy shit.
Hey, you can take that. A couple.
Well, then he's asking me, what do I do? And I'm like,
I got nothing.
I don't know. You know, and he was like, should I treat her with the female friends rule? I'm like, I don't know.
That's some deep love if you go that far with it. My God.
You know what it is? It's like I can't even look. The dude's gay, all right? And then he went this route because he's completely head over heels in love with his best friend.
Fuck me.
I blame fucking society for this shit too. I do. I think this person is a victim. He's a victim of being told that if you say you're a girl, you are. I blame them. We're living in a society where you're like, you can't assume my gender. Yeah, you can. Man. And there isn't a law or a government intervention or fighting people for using the wrong pronoun that is ever going to stop that. Transgender suicides are off the fucking chain. And they don't get better after transformation. In fact, they reach epic proportions. From what I've been told, higher than the Army during the height of the Iraq War.
Really?
I haven't seen it, but that's what I've been told. And as we push this SJW, progressive agenda, and we're essentially telling people they can be girls if they say they're girls, or boys if they could say they're boys, and there will be no societal price to pay. Because after all, if for some reason you do, that means they're a bigot. I got news for you. Him becoming a girl, you still are a man between your legs. And he was never going to become attracted to somebody. He's not gay. He can't force. Look, one of the reasons, like, I came to terms, like, when I was a teenager, with there was nothing wrong with being gay, is because I knew there's nothing to stop it. That fucking urge for me to get laid at, like, 13, 14, 15. If you're gay, it's just as strong. There's no stopping that. It's nature.
It's just who you are.
But we have these SJWs telling people that, don't worry, we'll take care of it. We'll shame them into liking you. No, there's still a dick between your legs. So I blame them.
Still a dude. Still a dude.
They lied to him. And you listen to this guy. What is he, a bigot? He called him. He went through the whole transformation. He supported his buddy. You know, he seemed like a pretty liberal guy, understanding. I bet there's motherfuckers out here would call him a bigot, say he's a bad person.
They probably would. That's a shame.
And he went farther than most dudes would. I like to think that I would say to you, Jeff, you know, you fucking do that shit. I don't know where you're going with this, but I ain't gonna be your fucking boyfriend, I'll tell you that. I'll be straight up with you. No, Jeff, I don't care. I don't care how good you look. But, you know, what turned into sort of a funny phone call had real world consequences.
And that was worst case scenario right there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, from what I said, she didn't go all SJW on her. She just went, I need some time. I imagine. And I have nothing but empathy for these people. I really do. Transgender is a form of mental illness. Man, I don't know. I ain't a fucking doctor. But you know what? I think treating it and pretending in that it is what it isn't. Like sometimes, like you wake up one day and you say you're a chick, right? And then society does not have to curb around you and anything else in life. It's one of the reasons I'm against them serving in the military, because you have to, like, you don't got to conform to the army. The army's got to conform to you. On that principle alone, I don't think you.
It's not on the army.
You know, It's not on the Army. We got too many fucking, you're fucking in, you're training, need some estrogen. Fuck no, you get the fucking work. It's one of the reasons I'm against it in that particular case in the Army. I am for Juggalos, though. But to me, this person's a victim of a bullshit ideology. Maybe it does need to be treated like a mental illness. I don't know. I know you can't cure that shit any more than you can cure somebody being straight or gay. You can't cure it, but I don't know if it should be encouraged. And instead of telling somebody, oh, it's going to be great, you're going to feel so much better when it's over, tell them there is some serious social consequences. You're going to pay for this whether you deserve them or not. You are not going to get the boyfriend of your dreams because the guy you fell in love with is straight. And you know what? You shouldn't have to. Nobody should be telling everybody how to talk, or nobody should be telling everybody they got to pretend you're anything other than a man or a woman or what your biological assignment was. I mean, I'll play along. I'll be cool.
Right, you want to dress up as a chick?
Chick, all right. If I didn't know you as Al before that, I'll probably go along with Michelle. I'll go along with it. But you know what? I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to lose my mind. And you know what? I probably would have told you straight up, I'm not going to suck your dick when you get your fucking transformation. And maybe that sounds like some harsh language, but you know what? It might have saved this dude a lot of fucking trouble. I hope everything works out for your friend, man. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I do. Since I started doing Shot from the Point, at least at this level, I've met some amazing people. People tell me I saved their lives. I was like, whatever, stuff like that. But I mean, because I'm in the Army. I was taught to fucking, when people act like that, they're pussies and just move on. I'm trying to push that out of my system because people really mean that. And I've met lots of wonderful people, and I've done these strange and wonderful stories. And I think I've even gotten to know people better. And I do give a shit. And I give a shit about these people too. But I know the SJW, this is one area where they are fucking people up. Anybody out there is becoming a transgender, if this is something they're really wrong, I'm telling you something no one's going to tell you. It is going to be hard. You're not going to get what you want. Just like when you were the sex you were assigned. When you transform, life is not going to be roses. But so-and-so and RuPaul, yeah.
No.
RuPaul's like one person. What's the odds of that being you? So that's what I feel about that shit.
That sucks, my God.
Yeah, I know. It's like it was a funny story, and then it's like got fucking sad.
The one possible way it could have all went to shit.
Yeah. Blows. Let's put somebody in a call or something. Because nobody's even on air. Oh, I don't care.
To be fair, you never said to put anybody.
No, I didn't do it. No, I don't care. Well, clown's a clown. Clown's a.
Yeah, how clown loses a count?
We don't know yet. I sent him a message. Let me check if he sent me anything back. I don't think so. No, I just tweeted out that I got fooled too. You know that.
You followed the fake one, didn't you?
I followed the fake one. He's like, oh, here I am. I'm like, oh, good, you're back. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, did he say, I'm the real Colossal, 100% not fake, I swear?
No, he just said something like... Because
I got one from that.
No, the response was perfect. It was like, I got what? What happened? And I'm like, oh, that's totally something Oliver would say, And I'm like, oh, that's great. And I looked at the thing. It's got the same background. I'm like, oh, yay. And then, everybody started yelling at me, and then... I went on clown. I said, dude, everybody's pretending to be you. It was a big joke. And now fucking, apparently I got quarter of the commentary community to follow that fucking account I tweeted.
I love it.
But he did put out a real one, and it is, I deleted that old tweet. That's the real one. You want to go follow across this crazy thing. Let's check on breakfast and beer before we get out of here.
All right.
I'm definitely going, because
trying to hit 1,000
Yes,
today.
I think we could do it maybe in an hour or so. Cause I'm definitely going out.
Where's it at? Breakfast and beer. Where the fuck is it at? Oh, there it is.
Okay, where are we at?
981.
Oh fuck. 981, huh? Yeah, I got 978 on mine.
I like that logo.
You like the logo?
Yeah. Yeah, you replaced
no, it's not a 90.
You replaced the queer cursive handwriting.
Think we can get? Do you guys sub this yet?
Yeah, sub breakfast and beer.
Live?
19 subs.
Fucking hit this 1,000, baby. And then I can go celebrate, have something to talk. That our new podcast. By the way, it's a live streaming podcast. And it's a live streamed in real life podcast. You know, we go around Germany and throw back a few beers and talk about the subject of the YouTube day. But I don't know, maybe like Shot from the Point is going to be changing too. Might talk about other stuff. We got one there. What do you say, man? I can't go much longer. I only got like 3 minutes. Like, you think we can get 9 more? Are there 9 people not subbed to this?
Come on, there's got to be 9 people out there.
Ah, somebody unsubbed, you motherfucker. Fuckhead, you. Knew that would happen. 2. Come on now. You can do it. Come on.
You need to have some music for this.
That's not... It's good thinking. There we go. God, this would be great. Maybe this could be an epic moment. Like, nobody's really doing what we're doing here.
Yep. Yeah, play some...
Come on.
Some epic...
I'll play some fucking...
Some suspenseful
some
music.
double.
Here we go.
I don't have any
Freestyle
stuff.
Friday number 9. Now before you jump
Come on.
anything,
36.
Like
oh, here we go.
Party type song like 2004. So
oh,
sing
come
along
on.
when you can.
3 more.
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my
Let's do
thoughts
this.
keep telling me to get me home, but
3
my
more.
balls
We can
keep
do
telling
this.
me to let me just let me That clock keeps
Come on, come on. Ah, you guys are the fucking worst. I'm doing that for the next 3 minutes. I don't care. Come on.
Just let me That clock
And
keeps
they sub back. 2 people sub back.
Keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
I would have done the same thing. Come on. Show your bucket spirit. Show your life. There it is.
Madman, old 10 Don Drapers, got the jukebox on.
Thank you very much.
Gonna sit here until all them heifers go. Holler at the tens and spend a little dough. Not on them, no, they can buy their own drinks. Take that work week off, 5 days in the bucket. Fuck it, you got a boss who's a jerk who does some Wu-Tang. Bring the motherfucking ruckus, there is no pretext. We are living and we love it on a budget, never mind.
There we
Just
go.
nudge it to the side, give the kids a little time. We are living till we die. Focused and we hustle, but we still be getting high. No exception to the rule, do what you do to get by.
Alright, thank you so much, Buckheads. I do appreciate it. I must have forgot to put this on low latency. This is a hell of a delay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the low latency. This is the other latency.
As I said, yeah, there is quite a bit of delay on this.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for saying Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Make sure you just hit his in the description box below. He's got the new video Ball. We've played the song before. Go check it out. It's coming out really, really soon. Subscribe and hit the bell. The moment you get it, you can go check out. They filmed this in Las Vegas. It's looking like his videos have progressively gotten better. His music's progressively gotten better. And I do believe that Ball is his fucking best song, hands down, the best one I've heard. It's in your face. So go check out Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Go make sure Jeff's also in the description box below. Go check out
my Twitter handle's still wrong, but that's okay.
Why is your Twitter handle wrong?
My Twitter handle hasn't been Grand Slam 87 for like over a year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
that's right.
It's
Why can't you change it?
It's Jeff Huffman 87.
Why didn't you change it to my name is G?
Because I'm a meme enough already.
Yeah,
I don't need to play into it.
I suppose. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow, and shout out to the Juggalos, y'all, you ninjas. Woo-hoo!
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing.
Guy said, fuck that, I'm never subscribing to Jeff.
Yeah, to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the King's Homes. Spin 5's Blackstone, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.